Nothing to plunder. Hey, I'm still one less monster around.
That's nothing to plunder.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
I used to say that myself.
You have to step in and sort things out.
That will never change.
All that matters is strength. So don't tell me that.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
You don't have to tell me that.
Nothing amazes me anymore.
I don't believe this is gonna change.
No idea. You tell me.
That's really not my problem.
Don't say you didn't know that.
Things would have turned out differently if
obvious
it
all
hadn't been
along.
for us.
That's nothing new.
Hey, come over here.
What do you want?
This valley's a dangerous place, and without the right equipment, you'll find yourself dead in no time.
I assume that you've got the right equipment.
You really should
You
have
guessed
known
it.
better.
I might even sell it to you.
He should have known.
What can you offer me?
That was no big deal.
Do you sell information as well?
That depends. If the price is right,
wants to
I'll
know?
tell you everything I know.
How much do you
You
charge?
don't have to ask me.
Hard to say. But I think that
really
50
should have known
gold
better.
pieces for every piece of information I give you sounds about right.
Tell
I
me that
need
isn't
some
true.
information.
50 gold pieces.
Do you really think?
Yes, here. Now tell me
Been there, done that.
Tell me about the orcs.
The orcs haven't been here long. At least those orcs in front of the castle, that is. But I'm wondering about how well they're organized. Orcs usually attack blindly, no matter what. These orcs are biding their time. They're waiting, but we don't know for what.
That'll only cause more trouble.
I need some information.
50 gold pieces.
More, believe me.
Yes, now
Do you really think?
tell me more about the orcs.
The orcs are led by elite warriors. Those warriors are very strong and heavily armored. They are almost impossible to defeat. I once saw one of them fell a fully grown oak tree with one blow of his axe.
I need
Staying out of it.
now
I wouldn't have done
tell me about the castle.
It lies pretty much in the center of the Valley of Mines. Back when the valley was still a prison, the ore barons controlled the entire ore trade from there.
I've got no time for things like that.
Fifth,
Now
I didn't have enough problems.
tell me about the Valley of Mines.
Somebody wants
the
to
Valley of Mines of Khorinis is known all over the country for its magic ore. These mountains are the only place where the magic ore can be found. A weapon forged from this ore is virtually unbreakable and will cut through the strongest
Staying
armor.
out of it.
Until a few weeks ago, the entire valley was surrounded by a magic barrier. It was impenetrable, and nobody
No
could
idea,
get
you
out.
can Tell me.
I need
Fifth,
They all ran like rabbits. I was
now
Now, you
tell me
can say
more
that
about the Valley of Mines.
the valley's changed a lot during these last few days. When the orcs came, the other horrible creatures showed up as well, the likes of which have never been seen around here before. They say that a few lonely hunters are still about, but I'm not sure whether they're even still alive. It seems like all the creatures of Beliar have flocked together in this very valley.
He thinks it's as easy as that.
Fifth,
now
He's falling down drunk.
tell me about the dragons.
dragons are ancient, incredibly powerful creatures. Once there were thousands of them living all over the world. It's been over 100 years, though, since any of them were
Why
seen.
haven't I heard about this?
Their blood is as hot as boiling oil. If they look into your eyes, your heart will turn to stone, so
Better
I've
watch
heard.
out who you tell what.
Fifth,
I'm staying out of it.
Now tell me more about the dragons.
all dragons are not alike. Some of them could cover the entire land with a layer of ice several feet thick.
That's exactly
Others
what I said.
prefer living in swampy surroundings or in volcanoes.
Happen sooner or later.
That'll only cause more trouble.
You have anything to drink?
I assume that it's not water you want.
No, damn it. I need something alcoholic so I can finally get rid of these damned headaches. When I haven't had anything to drink for a while, my skull feels like it's gonna explode at any moment.
Just like you said.
Here, take this.
Same old thing all over again.
But he knew that all along.
No. Now I can think clearly again. What can I do for you?
What are you doing here anyway?
I don't have any idea what we're doing here or when it'll start. And I don't care as long as I have enough to drink.
Can't rely on that.
Do you know where the dragons are then?
What's in it for me if I tell you?
I've got no time for things like that anymore.
I've still got a bottle of gin.
I'd fight every dragon in the world for a fine vintage. Agreed. Give me the bottle. I'll keep that for a rainy day.
All right now, where are those dragons?
Naturally, I can't tell you anything precise, but I've heard that there are supposed to be 4 dragons. We've seen a red glow over the highest mountain at night. I swear by my mother, if you're looking for a dragon, then you'll definitely find one there.
I'm looking for someone who can teach me something.
I could teach you a few things. I'm the best fighter for miles around. Since we're friends, I'll give you a special price. 300 gold pieces.
No idea, you tell me.
Oh, that's too expensive for me.
Too expensive? That's less than anyone else in my place would charge. Think about it.
Tell me that.
Here's something to drink for you.
Same old thing all over again.
I'm feeling a lot better. I'm ready for anything.
That was no big deal.
I'm not touching that.
What?
That was obvious all along.
Where do you come from?
We come from, the city.
You're bandits.
Careful. You're biting off more than you can chew.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Relax, I won't rat you out.
I hope so, for your sake. Otherwise, you're dead.
What are you doing here?
We heard about the dragon hunt, so we packed up our stuff and came here. But to be honest, I don't give a shit about dragons. I just want a bit of gold. Dragons have gold, don't they?
Certainly.
Better watch out.
What do you know about the dragons?
I only know the stories they tell the children. You know, virgins, gold, fire breathing, that kind of thing.
Where are you planning to go from here?
No idea. We're still thinking about it.
You could go to the castle.
Wild horses couldn't drag me there. Not to the paladins. And I'm not going back to jail. I was there once, and that was enough for me.
Don't say you didn't know that.
What about the orcs?
The whole castle is surrounded. There aren't any gaps. Trying to sneak through there is insane. If you try to fight, you're a dead man. Nobody gets through there.
Ah, really?
I don't know why he gets
What were you in the slammer for?
The swine nabbed me for poaching. For 2 lousy hairs. They slapped me with 10 years for that.
That was all?
Well, okay. Of course, I defended myself.
And?
I couldn't do anything about it. The guy tripped and broke his neck. Honest.
Sounds familiar.
You know what I mean. The rich bastards don't have any idea how we're treated. That doesn't worry them in the least.
I'm not touching that.
Can you teach me how to hunt?
An animal has more than just meat. You can sell the pelts or the claws. They can bring a good price. I can hardly wait to get my hands on a dragon.
Show me how to gut a dragon.
So you can rake in all the dough yourself, huh? Well, all right. But that'll cost you 1,000 gold coins.
Well, that's fair. Show me how to hunt.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
You need a lot of strength to get the scales off a dragon. But you can handle that.
I believe this is gonna change. That's been
Nobody
going
ever
on a
asked.
long time.
What are you doing here?
That is truly the stupidest question I've heard in a long time.
Can't rely on that.
Never mind.
It's just like you said.
What are you hoping to find here in the Valley of Mines?
Gold and honor. What else?
Again.
When I'm finished with the dragon, I'll be swimming in gold. Enough to spend the rest of my life frequenting every tavern and cat house in the country.
That's totally obvious.
Either that, or you'll be dead.
So what? That's part of it. If you want to get rich, you gotta take a few risks.
How would you like to work for me from now on?
Why not? What are you paying?
Up then.
Tell me that isn't true.
Why haven't I heard of that?
You'll get half of the booty.
That sounds good,
No
but
idea.
I'm warning
Tell me.
you. Don't try tricking me, or you'll regret it. And one more thing. I don't want any weapons or other junk you collect here. I'm only interested in gold. Got it?
Nobody wants to know.
Anything's possible.
I get so worked
This
up.
is where our collaboration should end, I think.
Simply need
Suit
to
yourself. I can think of better things too. So long.
My opinion.
It was his decision, wasn't it?
As if I didn't have enough.
I see you've joined the Dragon Hunters.
I followed Silvio into the Valley of Mines because I know my way around here best and wanted to get a clear picture of the situation. I'll tell you what, something's definitely brewing here.
Better.
I've never seen so many orcs in one place in all my life. It wouldn't surprise me if Garand and the paladins in the castle had all fled or been slain by now.
What are your plans now?
I'll follow the boys here to the Valley of Mines first and then take off later. I really have to find out what the orcs are planning.
I'll see you around.
Look out for yourself.
He really should have known better.
Where did you pick that up from?
It was his decision, wasn't it?
That's exactly what I said.
He simply needs to practice more.
Hey, you.
Tell me.
Guys like you should watch where they're going.
What are you trying to tell me?
I mean that the air out here isn't good for your health. And the place is just swarming with orcs and monsters. Not to mention the dragons. It's just a well-intentioned warning.
Tell me that
Can you
isn't
tell me anything I don't know already?
I can give you a good piece of advice, and it's even free. We can't use anyone here who faints dead away at the slightest dragon fart. Go home. This is a job for real men.
Sort things out.
Are you the boss here?
Do I look like it? Certainly not. We don't need any self-important jerk ordering us around. When Silvio tried to act like he was the boss, we showed him and his buddies what we thought of that. There was a brawl. In the end, they left on their own. I hope Silvio wound up in a soup kettle of some orc.
That's nothing so.
Have you seen a dragon yet?
Not so far, but the beasts can't hide forever.
So, you want to kill dragons?
Smart ass. So, do you know how to bring down a dragon? Do you think the beast will just sit there quietly while you chop off its head? Something like that takes good planning and decisive action.
I see. And how are you gonna go about that?
First, we'll scout out where we can find the beasts. Only then will we think about the best way to attack.
Do you really think like you said?
How are you gonna get past the orcs?
We'll worry about those details later.
I think you won't even find a blind sheep.
What? Do you want me to push in your stupid face?
Don't have to tell me that.
I've heard a thing or two.
Been there, done that.
But he knew that all along.
Hey,
I'd have done it differently.
don't I know you? You were Korangar. You used to be a Templar in the swamp camp.
Call me Angar.
I have set aside my title. The Brotherhood of the Sleeper has disbanded. Curious, but you seem somehow familiar to me, yet I cannot quite recall you.
What's the matter with you?
Oh, I haven't been able to sleep properly for some time. These constant nightmares.
How did you get here?
After the collapse of the magic barrier, I hid myself in the mountains. It became time for me to do so. I strayed about for days until I suddenly awoke in the castle. Do not ask me what happened. I don't know. To make matters worse, I have also lost the amulet which I have had for years. I shall go mad if I do not find it again.
That's the first I've heard of it.
What will you do next?
I shall rest a while first, so that I may take up the search for my lost amulet. I have heard something of dragons. It is also being said that many warriors have come to the Valley of Mines to hunt them. I am thinking of joining them. Nothing amazes me anymore.
What happened to the others from the swamp camp?
The last thing I remember is that the barrier collapsed, accompanied by a nerve-shattering scream. Stricken with panicked fear, we fell to the ground, writhing in pain. That voice, it grew ever louder. And then, when it was over, they all ran mad and disappeared into the bleak night, screaming loudly. I have not seen them again.
But he knew that.
Where exactly did you lose your amulet?
Somewhere in the south, shortly before I awoke here in the castle. I suspect it was stolen. I absolutely must have it back. I agree with you completely.
Maybe I can help you find your amulet.
Why not? Some help cannot hurt.
What about the dragon hunters?
I will speak with them later. Maybe they can use a strong arm. Don't tell me you didn't know that.
When will you go?
As soon as I feel better.
Where do you want to look?
I shall go to the south, where I was last. There is a cave tomb there, surrounded by many boulders. That was obvious all along.
I've got to go.
Watch your back.
Don't say you didn't know that.
If he doesn't see that, I can't help him.
Don't say. His deeds were just.
It was a really stupid idea to come here. I thought there was something to be had here. But there's nothing here but a few arrogant paladins and orcs.
You forgot about the dragons.
How could I forget? I'll tell you what, I'm a blacksmith, not a warrior. Look, I make weapons. The fighting I leave to others.
Then why aren't you standing behind an anvil?
The paladins here won't let me into the smithy. I can't make anything unless I want to wind up in the dungeons.
Just like you said.
What's in it for me if I help you?
I don't have anything. At the most, I could teach you something. I know a method of making blades forged from magic ore even harder.
I'll try to help you.
How will you manage that? Parsifal has ordered a watch kept on us. No one would dare to disregard it.
I'll do whatever I can.
I can't imagine that he would listen to you.
Where do you come from?
I've joined up with some men from the mountains. We were headed for the valley to make a real profit hunting dragons. Their leader went by the name of Silvio. Boy, what an ass. He treated me like I was his property.
What happened in the castle?
Nothing that I've heard. Of course, I'm worried about what's happened outside the castle.
I wouldn't be so sure.
Where do you come from?
From the mainland. My people and I fled here. The situation there is getting worse. The orcs leave nothing but burned-out villages behind. The king has lost control of his realm.
Where are your people now?
I left them. They thought they could take everything they wanted, even if it doesn't belong to them. Count me out.
What else do you know about the war?
The orcs are outside the capital. But whether it's fallen yet, I don't know. The last thing I heard was that the king is dead. But I don't believe that.
I agree with you completely.
What are you doing here in the castle?
I heard about the dragons and wanted to help fight them. Unfortunately, I lost my sword when I was sneaking past the orcs. And now I'm stuck here. Without a sword, I can't get out of here. And the swords I can buy here are the worst junk.
His deeds were just...
What will you give me if I find you a good sword?
Alas, I can't give you anything. I spent my last gold on the sword.
He really didn't deserve that.
He would have never thought of that himself.
It can't go on like this forever.
I could have just believed everything here.
I'm back.
I can see that for myself. Where are the reinforcements?
Lord Hagen will come as soon as he's settled everything. Much has happened.
I don't care. I need troops. There are more and more orcs, and we can't hold out much longer. My men are tired, and we're running out of provisions.
Some volunteers have arrived.
You mean yourself and your fellow dragon hunters, eh? You can help us, but there just aren't enough of you. If Hagen doesn't send some men soon, I can't make any guarantees.
Can you give me more information about the dragons?
I have other things to worry about. My strategic officer Aura can tell you more about that.
There is a problem with the smith.
What, Smith? He's disappeared into the woodwork. Is he back? Then you can tell him.
No, I'm talking about Jan. He is a dragon hunter, just like me, and a good blacksmith.
That's good. Our previous smith just slinked off, the coward.
Jan would be willing to take over the smithy.
I see. So you think I can trust him?
Yes.
If you're so sure, then you can vouch for him. If he causes any trouble, you'll answer for it. Agreed?
I'll vouch for Jan.
All right. He can use the smithy. Of course, he'll also have to provide my men with swords.
Did anything important happen?
You belong to those scum who call themselves dragon hunters? Really, I had expected that you had more honor in you than to join up with those people. If it were up to me, I'd chase them all out of the castle. Let the orcs take care of them.
Unlike Lord Hagen, they are here.
Yes. Unfortunately, they're all we have. Innos is putting us through a very hard test indeed.
And apart from that?
Leave me alone.
I'm back already.
I never thought we would see you here again. After that scene when you were here a few days ago, maybe your appearance is a good omen.
I need more information about the dragons.
A rather large swamp has developed in the last couple of days to the west of the old castle. That's rather suspicious, wouldn't you say?
I need more information about the dragons.
At the moment, alas, I've got nothing for you.
Can I help?
At the moment, we seem to have done everything which is possible from here. There is something, however, something very important which you could do for us outside of these walls. We are planning to cut off the serpent's head.
What do you mean by that?
We know one of their leaders. His name is Hoshpak. He is one of the most influential shaman among the orcs.
And what is my role?
Kill him.
That's a joke.
You want to help us, don't you? Well then, Hoshpak's tent is situated outside of the siege circle, on a cliff to the south of here. You can almost see it from one of the windows there.
I shall not murder Hoshpak in such a cowardly fashion.
Can you even begin to imagine how bad our situation is? We are under siege by a superior army of orcs. Our supplies are nearly used up. If we do not succeed in getting the ore to the ship, the orcs are going to lay waste to the entire kingdom. Everything we stand for will be forgotten.
I still need some equipment.
We don't have much left that we could give you. Well, I can offer you this.
I'll take the elixir of strength.
Here, this will certainly come in useful. I wish you luck.
All right, I shall kill Hoshpak.
I am glad to hear that. Hoshpak's tent stands on a small cliff. You must have seen it before. It is not far from the path to our mine, directly in the shadow of the big mountain.
Any news?
The orcs are becoming more and more numerous. This is not good.
All quiet.
Quiet, yes.
But?
My navel's rubbing against my backbone, man. Garan cut the food rations again. If I don't get a decent meal down my throat, then I'm going to bite Garan's fat ass.
You don't have to ask for that.
Maybe I could give you something.
Are you crazy? Certainly not here. If one of the others sees, I'll have a ton of new friends, if you know what I mean. You can find me in the Magician's Temple when everyone else has retired. There's hardly anyone in the temple at this time anyway. I'll wait for you there. But just don't show up with dry bread or some raw hunk of meat, got it?
There've been all kinds of rumors.
We can only wait and see.
Hey!
That'll only cause more trouble.
Why aren't you at work?
But that's disgusting. Have you had a look in my chamber? Those filthy meat bugs are everywhere. I have no idea who set up quarters in there before, but I'm certainly not going back into that filthy sty. I hate those beasts, and stop grinning like an idiot.
He should have known about this.
That's the first I've heard of it.
I want to become stronger.
Nothing's ever going to change that.
I'll get you now.
The meat bugs are gone. You can go back to polishing your thumb screws or whatever.
Are you sure that not one of those monsters is left?
Pretty sure.
All right, then. Here, take this gold as a token of my gratitude.
Oh, don't make me cry.
Nobody ever asked for my opinion. I got my own opinion about that. Why did you pick that up, then? That's really not my problem.
I hardly know what to believe anymore.
Go get your hammer. There's work for you.
You did? How'd you manage that?
I had to vouch for you, so don't disappoint me.
Don't worry. I'm glad that I can work at all.
It can't go on like this forever.
Hey, you! How's business?
Lousy. The paladins just aren't buying a thing. How about you? Is there anything else you need?
Show me your wares. Can I buy some armor from you?
If I had any, I'd sell it to you. Unfortunately, I don't have any.
Some don't even know how wicked they are.
Can you make one for me then?
Well, if you want something better, you'll have to get me the materials.
What is it you need?
You want to fight the dragons, don't you? Bring me some dragon scales. With those, I should be able to cobble something together for you. 20 scales should be enough.
Teach me how to be a smith.
What exactly do you plan to make?
You listen to the wrong people.
Nobody ever asks for my opinion.
That was obvious all along.
What are you doing here?
I'm getting ready to fight. What else?
Who do you want to fight against?
I thought I'd drop in on the paladins and kick their fat asses. Idiot. Against the dragons, of course. What did you think?
In us enlightens all those who recognize.
Don't the paladins mind you being here?
Nonsense. They have entirely different problems. Most of them are glad to be still alive. The boys' morale isn't the best. That will be their downfall. I mean, just look at those nicked blades they're fixing to go into battle with. Any reasonable warrior would desert immediately.
Have you separated from your group?
My group? I don't have a group. I'm a trophy collector. If I go home without a trophy, then I won't know what I came for. So I can't use anybody else.
Have you set eyes on a dragon yet?
No. I want to get my weapons in shape before I set off.
Aren't you afraid that somebody might beat you to it?
What? Who? Silvio? Your boss really thinks he can make a killing here, huh?
I'm not one of Silvio's people. I work for myself.
Oh, all right then. Forget I said anything. Have you seen the pathetic figures he's got with him? Silvio can be glad if he gets out of here alive.
I'm no better off myself.
Silvio was here?
Here in the castle, you mean? Yeah, he was. But only for a short time. He chatted with a few people here and then set out again.
I already thought as much.
So where is Silvio now?
The paladins here mentioned an ice dragon in the west. It's supposed to be the most dangerous and powerful of them all. You should have seen the gleam in Silvio's eye when he heard that. One guess where he went.
I wouldn't be so
You don't seem to like him.
What do you mean, like? I'm not particularly proud that I know him. Silvio doesn't have any friends. He needs people who follow him no matter what. That's not for me. I work alone.
Can you help me improve my weapons?
Improve? Better to buy something new and throw away the junk you're carrying around. Maybe I've got something for you. Interested?
What can you sell me?
I think I've got what you want.
You mustn't believe everything you hear.
He would have never thought of that himself.
You're pulling such a long face.
Oh, damn it to hell. I tell you, you have to watch like a hawk. If you turn your back for a moment, all your stuff is gone. Dirty scum.
What scum?
You shabby dragon hunters, of course. Who else? You gotta watch out, I tell you.
Calm down. A paladin shouldn't lose his temper like that.
But I don't want to calm down. That was everything I owned, damn it.
Did someone steal from you?
No. They smuggled 20 gold pieces into my pocket. Of course they stole something, you idiot. I tell you, when I get my hands on the dirty swine.
So what are you missing?
My purse, with all my savings in it. And now it's gone.
It'll turn up somewhere.
When I get my hands on him.
I can't believe it.
Do you have any news?
The only thing that's happened recently is you dragon hunters coming here.
Show me your wares.
It's good that you've come. All hell is breaking loose here. A lot of us are getting really worried by now and no longer truly believe that we'll ever make it out of here alive.
Weren't there 2 of you sentinels up here?
Not anymore. Sengrath stood here on the battlements when suddenly he fell asleep. His good crossbow fell down when that happened. We could only just see one of the orcs snatch it up and disappear with it into the darkness. Sengrath woke up then and just ran into the night towards the orc palisades. He hasn't come back since. In us, be with us.